Alright, good afternoon. This is Philip Fildy Music, and today we are doing a tier ranking of the solo studio albums of Michael Jackson, American singer-songwriter. Um, he is king of pop. A lot of negative stuff around this guy, but I am separating the music and the artist with this one, um, especially because he doesn't have anything in his music talking about any of that stuff as far as I know, and I'm just going off the music. And I know he has other stuff where he was with his brothers and Jackson 5, and um, and he has other like compilation albums, and I'm not focusing on any of the soundtrack albums or anything like that. I'm just doing the 10 solo albums he put out while he was alive. So, so that's pretty much it. So we're going to start off with the first one. Got to be there. I believe I read that he was like 14 years old when this came out, and it came out 4 weeks after Jackson 5's Greatest Hits in 1971. So this album is 1972. Looking at the track list real quick to see what I can remember. I mean, I did this. People will say these like deep dives and stuff like that. I've done plenty of these. I've never done Michael Jackson before for solo stuff, so this is the first time for me. But I did like his cover of "Ain't No Sunshine" by Bill Withers. That was really good. Um, um, Rockin' Robin. That's like the definitive version to me. uh, when I think of Rockin' Robin, I think of this version, so that was really good. Love Is Here Now You're Gone was good. You Got a Friend. Carole King song is good as well. There's just some parts of it. There's some cheese factor to it. I mean, it is his first album. He's a little kid too, so I'm not gonna hit on it that hard. But I did think it was good, so I'm gonna put it in the B category. There's a lot of space here that's not gonna be used because the only 9 albums left. So next we have Ben, which was, from what I was reading, it was not. People did not like that one very much. Um, it received mixed reviews while I was reading on Wikipedia. But I thought the title track was good. I did not like Greatest Show on Earth. I remember not liking that one. I think it was a strong ugh for me on that one. People make the world go round. I'm fine with that. We've got a good thing. My Girl, I thought was a great cover of the song, the Temptations one. Uh, it says it was written by Smokey Robinson, which I did not know. That's pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, it isn't that great compared to the first album. But I don't think it's that bad either. So I'm just going to knock it down just a little bit. Put a little bit of mad to it. So I'll put it in C. There's better stuff on his debut. Um, Next, we have Music and Me. This one I read was even more so not liked. And it was his lowest selling album, and it remains to this day is his lowest selling album. Um, has Michael on the cover with his guitar. I was really wanting to like this album more than I did. I thought it started off good, but then it kind of just fell apart. Um, I thought the title track, I mean, not title, with a Child's Heart was good. Um, but somewhere in there, I just kind of was like, by the end of it, I was kind of happy it was over. So it's not a good album. I'm gonna put this one in the F. Yeah, I think that people are right about that, and I understand why it's his lowest selling. It is his worst album to me. Um, Next, we have Forever Michael. Now, talking about what a change in sound. I don't know if it's an age thing with his voice, but what I think of is Michael Jackson. You could hear the beginnings of it here. I mean, besides like the old, Motown stuff that he was, the Jackson 5s kind of sound from these other ones, to me. This one sounded like a totally different. So maybe just the fell into success from that last album got to him, but it was a big change in sound to me. Like the evolution of sound was there. Um, but yeah, so I thought while the voice was good and everything like that, um, I think the album is probably on par with his debut. I think it was pretty good, but not amazing or anything like that. I'm trying to look at some of the tracks on here to see if anything really stood out. But one time listening, I can't remember which one stood out. I just remember I liked it more, and I took notes saying I did like it more. So I'll put it in the B category as well. Now, Off the Wall. Okay, this is a classic album. Came out in 1979. The first one of Michael's records that was produced by Quincy Jones. Had featured songwriting contributions from Stevie Wonder, Paul McCartney, Rod Temperton, Tom Baller, and David Foster. And 3 tracks penned by himself. So, I mean, there's some classic songs on this thing, and the production on this thing is so good. I'll be honest, when I first started this, I was like, well, Thriller's going to be #1 for me. But, I mean, like, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You. So good. The title track. But I'll be honest, there's no problem. I had no problems with this whole album. In fact, I think this is no skip for me. So I think this one's going to go right to the top. I was really surprised by that. That shouldn't be. I mean, it's well renowned. I think a lot of people do put it up above Thriller. But I was maybe thinking of something else. I don't know. Or just like I got swayed a certain way and was thinking a certain way. When I got to Thriller in 1982, I was kind of like thinking it would be up there as well. It's another Quincy Jones produced album. With a budget of $750,000, equivalent to $2,443,707 in 2024. Paul McCartney is on here. That does, I mean, it's not a bad song, but it does stick out like a sore thumb, to be honest, in the track listing. And right before you go into Thriller, too, the title track. So it does hurt it for me. But, I mean, man, you starting off with Want to Be Starting Something. I didn't really like Baby Be Mine too much. So it really did slow down the first parts, and the second and third song I wasn't really, I think it kind of hurts it. But Thriller, of course, Thriller's classic. Hear It Every Halloween, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, Pretty Young Thing. So there's some really good stuff on here, but there's some parts that really slow it down. So I got to put it in the B category. I will put it above the other two I have in the B category because I do think it's a better album. A lot better tracks on it. Yeah, some of this might come across, people might not be happy with me on this. And I don't know how many Michael Jackson fans are out there still after all the stuff, but I'm sure there are some. So don't hate me too much. I remember being at a Papa Roach show. And it was a good show. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, there's a reason. So it was in Birmingham, Alabama. And I was there, and the opener was the best. The Darwin's Waiting Room, I thought, was the best. And it was supposed to be the band Orgy as the second opener. but the lead singer had mono, I guess, and so they brought Alien Ant Farm. And Alien Ant Farm, known for their cover of Smooth Criminal, uh, it stole the show. In a way, it was before it was even famous. I mean, I think it was before the album came out. I had never heard it, so. But the lead singer was like, "Hey, who out here is a Michael Jackson fan?" And everybody was like booing and everything. And I just raised my hand because I was like, "Well, Michael's got some bangers." So there's, I mean, I can't say I'm a fan, but I was like, I like a lot of the songs, and I like that one. So when they covered it, I was like, "That's cool." Um, but anyways, yeah. So the show was good, but so we got Bad. And Bad is not bad at all. So we said that right off. 1987, so 5 years after Thriller. It was the third and final collaboration with producer Quincy Jones. It features appearances from Siedah Garrett and Stevie Wonder. We could do the track listing on this thing. So you got title track, classic, The Way You Make Me Feel, Speed Demon, Liberian Girl. We got Just Good Friends, Another Part of Me, Man in the Mirror, classic. Just Can't Stop Loving You, Dirty Diana, another classic, Smooth Criminal, which I just mentioned. Leave Me Alone, another classic. Yeah, so this thing's got a lot going for it. So I actually like it better than Thriller. Not as much as Off the Wall, though. So I'm going to put it in the A category. I think that Thriller was going to get me in trouble with people. Okay, we got 3 albums left, so let's move on. Alright, so the next one's called Dangerous from 1991. So we got into the 90s, Michael Jackson. Yeah, so he started going with production from Bill Bottrell, Teddy Riley, and Bruce Swedian. Guest appearances by Heavy D, Princess Stephanie of Monaco, Slash, and Wreckx-n-Effect. The more of a New Jack Swing style to it. Well, I can hear that. This one, I don't know. I even part of me, while I like a lot of the tracks off of this thing, there's some parts where I wasn't really into. Like I wasn't really into the first track, Jam. In the Closet, kinda was okay. Remember the Time, classic though. I like Heal the World, Black or White, another classic. Dangerous was good too, but overall, I felt like there was a lot of misses on it too. So I'm gonna put that in the C category. Do I like it better than Ben? Yeah, I like it better than Ben. It's almost a B. There's just a lot of filler on it. Probably could have been chopped off. Yeah, I think if Quincy was producing it, probably would. Well, we probably wouldn't even got all that New Jack stuff. I don't know. All right. So next to the last, we got let's see, what's the full title of this? History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1. So the first half of this album, because the double album is like a compilation. So I did not count that for this because, I mean, man, it's like a bunch of hits off of that. But the second disc is like original stuff. So we get Scream with Janet Jackson. They Don't Care About Us, Stranger in Moscow, this time around, Earth Song. Come Together, Beatles cover, great. You Are Not Alone, classic. I did not know R. Kelly wrote that. I did not like Tabloid Junkie. I remember that. Too bad I wasn't too fond of it as well. I don't know. It just kind of fell off towards the end. So I think it had a strong first part, but it just fell off. So I'm going to give it a C as well, but I'm still going to put it above Ben, but not above Dangerous. So another meh album from the 90s, which there's only 2 90s albums, so 90s Michael Jackson was meh, in my opinion. That's interesting looking at it like that. So there's like 5 70s albums, but one of them is like a no skip album all the way. Yeah. Then you got 2 B's and a C and a F. Ooh. So the last one's Invincible, 2001, his last album. Before he passed away, which, I mean, he passed away like way later than this, didn't he? Yeah, he passed away in 2009, so 8 years prior. Alright, what was that? So Invincible is the name. That's a terrible title for your last album. I'm just saying, it's just yeah, and it features Carlos Santana, the Notorious B.I.G., and Slash. Let me look at the track list of this one. I mean, I had to look it up. I was like, man, was this like a, you know, was Notorious B.I.G. put on this after he passed? But no, he was alive during this. During the recording. Wait, no, wait. See, I'm telling this. Like, I think he appeared actually on a different. Did he appear like on a different album? Anyway, like I had to look this up, but I think he maybe just got recorded before. I don't know, but I thought it was okay. Heartbreaker was good. Butterflies was good. I don't think I like 2000 Watts, but oh, it was like the rap verse in Notorious B.I.G. Unbreakable was originally from the second verse of the song "You Can't Stop the Rain" by Shaquille O'Neal. Okay. But anyways, for his last album, I thought this was good. I do think it was good. I think it's better than Forever Michael. It ain't got to be there, so, but not better than Thriller. So I'll put it next to Thriller. So not a bad way of going out, even though it's a bad title. Yeah. So this is just from like me going through them one time. Some of these I have heard a lot before, like I've heard Thriller and I've heard Bad before, or Off the Wall I'm sure I've heard before. The rest of them I can't guarantee I had, but we got Off the Wall, no skips, Bad an A, Thriller B, Invincible B. Yeah, as you can see. So anyways, let me know what you think. Is there anything you would change? Like and subscribe, comment below. You know what you think, share, hit the bell, help me get my subscriptions up, and subscribe because we got another song of the day tomorrow. And I do some of these like deep dives tier listings every now and then when I can, or I do an album review or something. So come join me for some more musical discovery and stuff, because I know a lot of people have never listened to all these Michael Jackson albums. I have now, and I have my favorites and I have some I don't really care for, so as you can see. But anyway, I'm Philip, Phildy Music, and we'll see you tomorrow for another song of the day. Goodbye.